Today, ladies and gentlemen, I will be ranking all Five Nights at Freddy's games based on how scary they are. Apologies for the deep voice and low energy, as because of the new year, I got cold and it is killing me, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Jester Dev, but I changed it to shizzing my pants. Spoopy, decent, mid. What the freak was that? So let's go through them sequentially. Starting with Five Nights at Freddy's. It is spoopy. Yes, I am biased. Yes, it is nostalgia, but I don't think a game in Five Nights at Freddy's franchise has matched the atmosphere. There was just something so pure about the fact that we are stuck as a security guard looking left and right on a JPEG picture. Now this is no joke. Even though I believe no other Five Nights at Freddy's game has matched the atmosphere, I think it is spooky enough, but not too spooky to the point where I'll be shizzing my pants. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Decent, ladies and gentlemen. Decent. The toy animatronics and the fact that there was mask, no closing doors other than Mangle and maybe Puppet. It was mostly about gameplay and how intense it could get it through night 3, 4, and 5, and it was less about the scary stuff and whatnot. Five Nights at Freddy's 3. I have a soft spot for this game, ladies and gentlemen, alright? I love this game for reasons I don't think you guys would want to know. The one thing I will say, the one thing I don't like about Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is because there was just so much build up, both lore-wise and gameplay-wise, and the payoff was just not worth it. And the payoff was just not worth it. So, I'm not gonna say mid, I'm gonna say decent, but after FNAF 2. Then comes Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Easy, bro. This is an easy choice. Easiest choice of my life. I don't think any other FNAF game has managed to truly capture the essence of what it means to be a scary Five Nights at Freddy's game. The fact that you have to listen and keep looking in the darkness, hoping that when you flash your light, nobody's gonna be around there. But when every once in a while they tease you, you flash the light, there's nobody there, but just at the corner of your eye you see somebody moving. And then the sound of these running from left and right, the fact that you have to keep an eye out on the closet on Foxy, and the freaking Freddy fungi thingy behind your bed. Why? Logically it made no sense, but the terrifying designs and whatnot put this as the scariest Five Nights at Freddy's game. Then we go Sister Location. See, Sister Location, again, a decent Five Nights at Freddy's game. This is a game at a time where the general audience was like, okay, the franchise is becoming too iconic and too big to not innovate in terms of gameplay, where every single game we're just stuck in one place, not doing the free roam and whatnot, echoed by so many YouTubers who just completely stopped playing this Five Nights at Freddy's franchise altogether, PewDiePie and whatnot, and it just makes sense. Then we got Freddy's
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck?
Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. Why couldn't I remember the name of FNAF 6, my favorite game? If you don't know, it is my favorite FNAF game of all time. There is just so much about this game to love, other than the fact that it is free. A pizza tycoon, colorful images and whatnot, running an actual establishment, and then you actually start the night and it is scary. This game, for me, is what Five Nights at Freddy's at that time needed to be. A real change of pace and how they are perceived in the community, both in Five Nights at Freddy's and outside. Yes, I'm yapping. Bruh. I love this game. Now, honestly, like, be honest, okay? Be honest. Before we get to Ultimate Custom Night, be honest. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? You guys, actually, you know what? No, actually, you know what? FNAF World has a special place in my heart. But look, man, we gotta bring some honest truth to this list, or otherwise there would be no credibility. These games have special place in every community member's hearts. Okay, Ultimate Custom Night. Okay, if we're talking about gameplay, it might be up there, but if we're talking about scary factor, but scary wise, it is decent. If anybody's wondering what is this is Sister Location Custom Night. After looking at this list, we're changing this to mid. There was no payoff. There was no payoff, ladies and gentlemen. The jump scares were not scary enough. Sister Location Custom Night was actually decent enough. So I'll put it there. We can't do this. We can't do this. We gotta put this down here. We gotta put this down here. Okay, Five Nights at Freddy's AR. The first few days regarding Five Nights at Freddy's AR, I played this on my phone. The first few days were I was actually enjoying the game, but it's an AR game. I don't know what you want me to say about it. It lost its replayability. it lost the charm real quick. It really quick. So yeah, we're gonna put this on mid. You know, I sympathize with Illumix a lot. Okay, now we enter the Steel Wool era. So far, I am really satisfied with this. So let's start with Help Wanted, first one. If Help Wanted 2 hadn't dropped at the time of making this video, I would have put this up here, but since Help Wanted 2 just outdoes it in almost every way in terms of scariness, I would put it at decent. But then there's one ending that really gives me chills. The birthday one, where Glitch Trap is inviting you. So you know what, I'm gonna put this at spoopy. Okay, Curse of Dreadbear, decent. Okay, Security Breach, okay. Scary wise, I gotta be honest with you, it's a harsh truth. This game did not work for so many people, including myself. I enjoyed the gameplay. I really enjoyed the gameplay, but those colorful... Learn from Pizzeria. Learn from FNAF 6 how to balance your horror and the colorful things. So yeah, mid. A disappointing one that is. You know what, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is what I'm gonna put. Other than the FNAF world, these three were disappointing to say the least. Okay, Ruin. Oh yeah, absolutely. This is what this should have been. This is what this should have been, and that's all you need to know, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Help Wanted 2. After finishing Help Wanted 2, it is one of the best FNAF games of all time, but is it the best FNAF game of all time? Is it the scariest FNAF game of all time? I don't think so. Yes, there's one minigame, the moon one, where I literally turned it off. I would say FNAF Help Wanted 2 does its scares better in patches compared to Ruin. So, you know what, maybe it'll change when I see more gameplay of my own and how I felt it at the time I was playing. But the only thing I can think of at the moment, at the top of my head, this is not diminishing the games themselves, it is only based on the scare factor. So the scare factor is this: she's in my pants, I would not play FNAF 4, even if the life is dependent. Maybe you know what I would play actually. Biased. I am biased. Spoopy, FNAF 1, everybody would agree. Help Wanted 2, it was the first VR that did it right. And Ruin, of course everybody would agree. FNAF 2, decent, great game. Sister Location, decent scares, great game. Ultimate Custom Night, it wasn't going for scares anyway, it was mostly about the gameplay, but a great game, decent scares. Sister Location, actually good scares, but decent enough. Not to the point where I would put it amongst these three. Curse of Dreadbear, the plush trap really put it all the way over here. It was just this close to being one of the scariest FNAF games of all time. And Help Wanted 2, of course, we're gonna put this right here. Now again, this is just a tier list about scariest FNAF games, not the best FNAF games.